on yesterday's show, we talked about the fact that it looked like they might be putting the tickets on sale for Avengers Endgame Encore today. And sure enough, that they did. The tickets for Avengers Endgame Encore, which I believe the movie comes out on September 25th. Correct me if I'm wrong on that in the live chat, guys, but I believe it is September 25th.
Yeah. There's screenings on the 24th, but it's the official 25th.
We are 1 month away. We are 1 month away from it coming out. And to go along with that, they decided to put out a trailer for Encore. And there was a couple of interesting things in it. Now, you guys know, I've talked about this on the show, that I have mixed feelings about these re-release stuff. I'm not, unless it's like for a 30th anniversary or something like that, I'm not really inclined to rush out to the theater to watch these re-releases. But the fact that they're going to put in a few minutes of new footage and a new post-credit scene that's going to tie into Doomsday is interesting. And just the fact that it's one of the most enjoyable watching with an audience movies you can have. And it's not many more opportunities we're going to get to watch Avengers Endgame with a big audience. And so because of that, I'm interested. But I'll tell you what, guys. I sat down this morning and I watched this trailer. And to my utter shock and surprise, I got the chills. I got the chills. Watching Cap put on the shield, tighten up the strap, and on your left. And I love the fact that they use that YouTube video of somebody of somebody breaking piracy laws and filming in the theater. But they put up that clip of the audiences going crazy and going. I might have actually used that same clip in Movie Trailers, A Love Story.
I love it.
Audience going crazy and going nuts and all that kind of stuff. And I got to tell you, I got the chills and I got the feels watching it. And I just watched this movie again, no more than about 18 months ago. I sat down and one night when Ann was out of town and watched Endgame again. And I got to say, I'm kind of looking forward to watching it with an audience again. Because again, I don't know if we'll ever get many more chances to do that. But as a part of that, near the end of the trailer, they put up not only, tickets on sale now and, September 25th, but they also advertised that when you go to watch Avengers Endgame Encore, you are going to get an exclusive preview of Avengers Doomsday. And you know what, guys? Here's why that was so poignant. And there are going to be people who are going to hear what I'm going to say right now and maybe think I'm overdoing it or maybe exaggerating it or maybe even overthinking it. But when that came up on the screen and it said, with exclusive look at Avengers Doomsday, I remember thinking, first I had my excitement to it. It's like, oh, wow, we're going to see that. And then I remember thinking to myself, it's been a good 7 years, maybe even 8 years, since I felt that kind of anticipation for anything MCU. There's been a bunch of stuff from the MCU that I've enjoyed over the last 7 and 8 years. Of course there is. But, I just recently did an open mic the other day, guys, where the main question was, are we ready to say that Marvel is back? And my conclusion was that despite the fact that I'm the guy who's been telling everybody for the last couple of years, anytime one good thing would come out, it's like, pump the brakes on saying Marvel's back. Even I'm at this point, after Daredevil season, after Wonder Man, after Thunderbolts, after Fantastic Four, and after Spider-Man, and I'm seeing the hype coming back. I'm seeing the enthusiasm coming back, and I'm seeing the quality consistency coming back. Captain America, Brave New World notwithstanding. I said, yeah, I'm ready to say that Marvel's back. Now, it can become really cemented or disjointed once Doomsday comes out, but I'm ready to say that Marvel's back. But it was in that moment came up on screen, exclusive first look at Avengers Doomsday. I felt that a kind of excitement that I haven't felt for the MCU in a long time. And it kind of signaled to me that, yeah, we are pretty much back. You know what? It might have even started with that Comic-Con presentation 2 years ago when they brought Robert Downey Jr. out on stage. And all of a sudden, people kind of felt hope again for the MCU when that happened. But anyway, Rob, you saw this trailer. Tickets are now on sale. The movie's got about, what did we say, Jonathan, about 123 million to go? It's got 123 million dollars to go to catch Avatar to be the #1 film of all time. But that aside, what did you think about it? What do you think we might get with this exclusive look at Avengers Doomsday coming out of it? How many people do you think you're going to see it? And are you planning to go and see it in the theater again?
John, I've said multiple times on this show, unabashedly, I love Infinity War and Endgame. And I think they're two of, I take the MCU out of it, but I mean, you can't, but if you did, they're two of the finest fantasy films ever made. And it's like a great magic trick where the magicians are juggling 10 different balls and none of them ever fall. And it is a wildly successful group of films. Now, some people don't like Endgame as much as they like Infinity War, and I understand that because the tones in Endgame shift. There's a lot of funny moments, like when Hulk gives Ant-Man tacos, or you meet Professor Hulk with the kids in the time travel sequence where Ant-Man gets turned into a baby, and there's I get that.
Those are all great moments, by the way. I love all those moments.
Dude, I love them all, but I understand how people talk about, I like when Hulk meets the Tilda Swinton. And you meet Howard Stark and Tony Stark. There's so much stuff that happens in Endgame. And yeah, can you criticize the time trial? I don't care. I love Endgame, and it leads up to this battle that is unbelievably satisfying. There's still people that even complain about the Mem Shiu shot when all the female characters come together. I'm like, that is one shot when
and it was brilliant. It was because you know what? When I was in the theater, and I don't care what any man baby wants to cry about, when I was in the theater, every single time when that one quick gather shot was done, the eruption in the theater was always palpable. Like every time I watched it with an audience, the audience, not the biggest pop, but like every time I saw it with an audience, when that scene happened, there was a big pop in the theater.
Yeah, because it's a shameless audience fan service shot. I love it. I don't care.
And it's letting especially all the female Marvel fans out there to have their moment too. Like,
yeah, I mean, 100%. 100%. I love Endgame, and the whole battle and all that. It's great. So, and the piece of Alan Silvestri's Portals track, the music track, is so good. I have this on my big long Spotify playlist. I love that piece of music. And when I saw the trailer this morning, like you, I love the fact that they leaned into, opening night, and they showed that scene and built up to it, and you heard the audience and you watched all this, and then that new trailer, or the new one sheet, the new key art, the new poster art that looked like
that we have on the thumbnail today.
Yeah, the raised relief, beautiful. I mean, I look at this and go, of course I'm going to go to the theater and see it. I've watched it 100,000 times on Disney Plus, but that ain't the movie theater. I want to go see it again, and not just to see what is Infinity Vision all about. I just love this movie, and I wish they paired it with Infinity War, and you could see them both together in the theater, because that would be that too.
Cool.
That would have been cool. Like I'm one of those guys that I also prefer Infinity War over Endgame.
Sure.
But I still really like Endgame. Like I still really, really like Endgame quite a bit. I thought that's just how much I like Infinity War. Like I thought Infinity War was really, truly exceptional. But man, the moments in Endgame, the moments are the things you remember when you walk away, right? Like like when all this different thing, and you're with that audience and you're with that crowd. And I think that's what's bringing me back more than the new post-credit scene. Whatever. I'm going to read about the post-credit scene the next day anyway.
Yeah.
More than whatever the couple of minutes of footage are going to be. Whatever. The thing for me that is real, especially after watching this trailer, the thing for me that's probably bringing me back to the theater is to sit with a bunch of other yahoos and just watch this movie with a crowd again, and hopefully Doomsday will give us that same kind of experience.
Well, John, and there's just scenes in this movie that, again, the opening with Hawkeye and his family, I think and then going into Mr. Fantasy over the Marvel logo is one of the great openings, not just to the MCU, but to any sequel movie ever. I had no idea after the end of Infinity War to open it with Clint Barton and his family. Genius move.
Oh, so good. So good.
Genius move. And you are left when the logo starts and Mr. Fantasy kicks in, everyone's jaw was on the floor. Even though, because it's showing you what happened to the universe, to everybody, not just
the battlefield. Yeah.
Unbelievable. And then there's scenes like Captain America talking to Nat, about still fighting
over a sandwich.
And there's so many great lines of dialogue. I get emails from a raccoon. Don't worry, I'll listen. And I mean, Ant-Man, and there's Ant-Man's little sojourn through San Francisco it's so
at the memorial and all that kind of
and
stuff.
How the camera goes out of focus after Thor walks out of Thanos's thing, and then it goes to black and it says 5 years later. I'm just like, oh my God, there is so much in this movie that I love. It's so good.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to go watch it again. And apparently now here's the question then. It's promising exclusive look at Avengers Doomsday. Now you can't say that and then just show us a reshuffled, reorganized footage that are already in the trailers, right? Like that would be Bush League if they did that. Now, I'm not expecting them to show us 20 minutes of Doomsday, but what do you think they might be willing to show at that screening? And do they precede the movie with that Doomsday footage, or does it come, or will there be a thing on the screen? Stay seated after the movie for a special look at Avengers Doomsday and do it afterwards. What do you think they're going to do with this, Rob?
I think they're going to show, like they do in other movies, they're going to show us a scene. They're going to show us probably a scene early on in Doomsday, and then give us like like how they show you a scene and then they do a bunch of quick scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Like they show you a scene from the movie, then they show you a bunch of like trailer moments. I think that's what they're going to do. I think we're going to get a scene early on that, and I'm not going to say I have a theory about which two scenes. I would expect one of two scenes, and I won't say what they are, even though I'll tell you guys off camera so you'll know if I'm smart or not. But those are the only. I think that's what they're going to do. They're going to show us an extended sequence. And it's not going to be a sequence that from it's going to be for the first half an hour of the movie. And I think it's going to have to do, I'll just say this. I think it's going to have to do with Steve Rogers.
I agree. I was going to say that I agree with you. I think it's going to be a scene, and then that scene will end and the music will play and they'll show a bunch of things that like a trailer plays after it, and that'll be it. And I think it'll totally be about Steve Rogers. Yep. I think that'll be the key of it. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? They dropped a trailer today for Avengers Endgame Encore, which gave me the feels, which I was not expecting. The tickets are on sale now, and they're promising an exclusive look at Avengers Doomsday in it. Is that going to be enough to get you to go back to the theater and watch it? Whatever you guys think about it, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of today's video, Quince. August is a great time to reset a few things before fall gets crazy, and one of the easiest places to start is your closet. That's where Quince comes in. Quince is all about fewer, better pieces made with premium materials that are designed to actually last. We're talking ultra soft organic cotton tees, Mongolian cashmere sweaters, premium denim, and tailored chinos starting at just $60. And here's what really stands out. Quince prices everything 50 to 80% less than similar brands by working directly with ethical factories and cutting out the middlemen. So you end up paying for the quality, not some giant markup. I've already ordered a number of things from their store. As a matter of fact, I love this shirt. It looks great, and most importantly, it's crazy comfortable. Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers, or go to quince.com/Campea. Get free shippings on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too. That's QUINCE.com/Campea.